Hey, what's going on, family? Are you guys thinking about buying True Social stock? DJT? Trump's own filing offers some warnings. There's an article right here from USA Today. Where are they getting their information from? We'll find out in just a moment. True Social going public is Trump's latest attempt to raise money. I read the SEC filing notes and found some warnings. Maybe don't bet your 401k on this one. This was written by Chris Brennan. Uh-oh. This may be the biggest short opportunity in stock market history. Given the information that we're about to read, we're going to go through this, and I want to get your opinion though. All right. So when this video is concluded, drop a comment. Let me know. Do you think that this could potentially be the biggest short in the history of stocks or not? Because when you see where the price is right now in DJT, it is trading at $47.57 right now. Could we see the stock come all the way back down to $20 to $10? We'll see. You may have heard, because the news was everywhere last week, that Donald Trump is suddenly a few $1 billion richer on paper after his social media site True Social went public Tuesday. And you may be tempted to get in on the action for the new stock that inspired plenty of initial, even irrational exuberance in the market. Here it is right there. The market went crazy for the first couple of days. The market increased in like 2 days. We've seen the stock go up. We'll say from the close of March 22nd to the high of the 28th, the stock increased 115%. But just as soon as it went up, the stock price is coming right back down. Now, the warnings come straight from two filings. Two. Because once you go public, you're mandated to file certain information to the public investors about what's really going on. What do you see in the future that could impact the value of the public stock? In this case is DJT. These are the filing S-4/A and the AK. Okay. Oh, and one SEC filing notes that True Social has such a limited reach with users that even Donald might migrate to another social media site like X, the hellscape formerly known as Twitter, to get a bigger audience. You think Donald will desert his platform? Do you really think he got the galls to do that? You'll think he'll leave that which he created for something better? Apparently, in the filings, the insiders of the business think so, because he's not gaining his reach. He's infatuated with reach. And if he's not getting it on the own platform that he created, he'll go somewhere else then, which will inevitably crash the value of the stock. Because let's keep it a buck, let's keep it real. DJT and its value is only created off of the personification of Donald. That's it. It offers nothing else outside of that. So whatever happens to this man will roll downhill to the value of this stock. So to those who are betting on this stock continuing to go up and increase in value, you're placing your bet on this man's reputation and how he moves and how he acts and the things that he does. And if he's not getting that reach on True Social, given what he's done previously, if history is a predictor of what's going on into the future, you might say, well, yeah, it doesn't look good then, right? So let's go to This is the filing from the S-4 floor SAS A. And you can see what they wrote. This is not my writing. This is not USA Today's writing. This is the coordinators, the insiders, the executives who is letting the SEC know what problems they face with the stock. Let's see. Let's go to the top, see what it. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission Amendment Number 6 to Form S-4 Registration Statement. Okay, so this is what this is. The registration statement. Okay, so let's go back down to page 130. Risk related to our chairman Trump. So they're letting you know there's some risk that they're keeping an eye on. And one of them is the success of the stock depends on the popularity of its brand and the reputation and popularity of Donald. It all depends on that. Okay, that's what they're trying to tell us. So they're giving you a heads up. So you can't say, oh, I didn't know. The value of TMTG brand may diminish if the popularity of Trump were to suffer. Adverse reactions to publicity relating to Trump or the loss of his services could adversely affect TMTG's revenues, results of operations, and its ability to maintain or generate a consumer base. People will flock away from the website, from the platform. While TMTG believes there is sufficient demand for a true free speech platform, the image, reputation, popularity, and talent of its chairman Trump will be important factors to its success. So yeah, you want free speech? Cool, go ahead and have at it. But understand that you don't have no control on how people react to your free speech. So if people run for the hills, if people say don't ever use that social media platform anymore, don't ever spend any money with this particular brand, you can't be offended. You can't be upset because you value free speech. But you can't be upset when people act on your free speech. The reaction you have no control over. So you may be a staunch advocate of free speech. Cool, have at it. But don't say nothing when the reaction that you're looking forward to is not what you expect. According to Hill Harris X polls, only 1/3 of voters surveyed said they would use a social media site associated with Trump. In addition, according to a survey published in the New York Post, only 61% of Republicans would use the Truth Social platform, quote, a lot or, quote, some of the time. TMTG will need millions of people to register and regularly use TMG's platform. They need millions of people. If President Trump becomes less popular or there are new controversies that damage his credibility or the desire of people to use a platform associated with him and from which he will derive financial benefit, TMTG results or operations could be adversely affected. Trump could hurt the brand. Trump, who owns 60% of the company, now controls Truth Social, is obligated in his license agreement to make, quote, any non-political posts there and then wait 6 hours before posting anywhere else. So anything that's not political, Trump has to post it on Truth Social first. That is how they're trying to bring people over to the platform. But just for 6 measly hours, that's it. 6 hours. So after 6 hours, Trump can go ahead on every other social media platform and post the same thing that he did on Truth Social. According to a February 14th SEC filing that said the site has limited time to benefit from his posts and followers may not find it compelling to use Truth Social to read his post that quickly. Imagine if you were a worker, an executive on the board of TMTG or wherever it is, and you have to deal with this. You know that the risks are extremely high for the success of your business. Twitter, now X, has 215 million active monthly users when it went public in 2013. Axios noted Wednesday, Truth Social had just 5 million active monthly users when it went public Tuesday. Massive difference. Huge difference. How can Truth Social compete with Twitter? When Twitter went public, they had 215 million active. Now, Truth Social only got 5 million. Now, Twitter this month said it has 550 million active monthly users. But however, Twitter did not disclose how many of them are scam bots. So we don't know if it's actual numbers or not. The business model for now is upside down, with Truth Social putting up $3.3 million in sales in the first 9 months of 2023. And they lost $49 million. Make it make sense. That alone tells you that Truth Social is going to go bankrupt. You cannot sustain that and be a successful business. You can't. You only brought in $3 million for the first 9 months. That's more than half of the year. But you lost 50 million. Who's fronting the money then? If more money is leaving the business, somebody is fronting the money to keep the doors open and the lights on. Who's doing it? Because eventually that person that's doing it now, they may run out of money or like just throw it up and give up and say, look, I'm not putting no more money in this business because it's not making money. There's only logical sense that you would consider that. Truth Social also spelled out for the SEC the long and weird history of Trump ventures gone wrong, while asserting there can be no assurances that this company won't go the same route. TMTG is highly dependent on the popularity and presence of Trump, its chairman and largest stockholder. Trump has a significant influence on TMTG's business plan. That there alone is a red flag. Truth Social needs to separate itself from the reputation of Trump, of Donald. They need to. TMTG believes Trump's reputation and relationships are a critical element to the success of the business. TMTG's future success will depend to a significant extent upon the continued presence and popularity of Trump. Okay, let's get back to the article. Remember Trump Shuttle Inc.? I guess that's a business that he created. That airline, the filing said, was launched by Trump in 1989, defaulted on loans a year later, and ceased to exist by 1992. So that's one business that failed. Trump University opened in 2005, but was unalive in 6 years, with lawsuits that lingered into Trump's first run for president in 2016 and wrapped up in 2018 with $25 million settlement from the guy living in the house. Another business that failed. What about Trump Vodka? Produced by a company that licensed his name. Lasted 6 years. Okay. It's no longer here though. Trump Mortgage and GoTrump.com, two businesses he started in 2006, were unalived a year later. Gone. Trump Steaks didn't age well either, with a 2-month run in 2007. Gone. Truth Social's SEC documents give us a history for Trump's 6 casino and hotel bankruptcy protection filings from 1991 to 2009 in Atlantic City and New York. There's also a breakdown in there of his many lawsuits, which represents a 2016 U.S. Today compilation of those legal actions. Ouch. A number of companies that were associated with Trump have filed for bankruptcy. They're giving this information to the SEC so that people who buy this stock, you have been warned, you have been put on notice. There can be no assurances that TMTG will not also become bankrupt. That's in bold. They're giving you a heads up. Hey, I'm letting you know now. With all of the other businesses that Trump had, that has been under, that went bankrupt, don't be surprised if TMTG goes the same route. Entities associated with Trump has filed for bankruptcy protection. The Trump Taj Mahal, which was built and owned by Trump, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 91. The Trump Plaza, the Trump Castle, and the Plaza Hotel, all owned by Trump at the time, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 92. TACR, which was founded by Trump in 1995, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2004. Trump Entertainment Resorts, the new name given to Trump Hotels and Casino Resort after 2004 bankruptcy, declared bankruptcy in 2009. While all of these foregoing were in different businesses than TMTG, there can be no guarantee that TMTG performance will exceed the performance of those entities. Man, if your executives who created this document ain't putting you on blast about how you operate businesses, and that they may be in the same situation as these other bankrupt companies soon, if that don't tell you something, I don't know what will. Now let's go on to the next thing. The company told the SEC it can't kill Trump's licensing agreement for, quote, personal or political conduct, even if it could hurt Truth Social's reputation or brand, or be considered offensive, dishonest, illegal, immoral, or unethical, or otherwise harmful. TMTG may not terminate the license agreement based on the personal or political conduct of Trump. So whatever this man does, Truth Social just have to take it. They have no recourse, even if such conduct could be negatively affected on TMG's reputation or brand. They can't do anything. Further, TMTG may be obligated to indemnify Trump for losses of any type that related in any way to the licenses agreement, including any such losses attributable to Trump's own offensive, dishonest, illegal, immoral, unethical, or otherwise harmful conduct. Meaning that if someone sues Trump for doing something illegal, dishonest, immoral, defamation, whatever the case may be, that TMTG may be on the hook for it. That is what indemnify means. I looked it up right here. Compensate someone for harm or loss. It doesn't look good. Right here. We did a price prediction. Right here on the 21st of March, looking for the price to go up. It did 30.98% there. But given the SEC filings, right? I think we need to say that the market for DJT could continue to go a lot lower in price. So that's what we're going to do on this video. We're going to look for price in DJT to go lower. Okay. Now the first spot is going to be at this buy zone down here. Okay, so maybe right here around $36.39. That's 25.5% there. That's our first target. Second target would either be at the high or the low of this buy zone. That would be 35.12. And then get this. Our next target will be all the way down here to like 20. That's 59% move to the downside. Now, give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain the probability and always trade different.